Mo3 used to look at me crazy every time I say that. Like, we used to be in different cities and I'd be like, I'm finna go pay my tithes. You go do what? I'm finna pay my tithes. Word. I'll find a church.
Do you have money? Where's your money coming from at this point?
I have no money, but I have a little promotion because I'm fresh out. So I'm doing little promotions and trying to make it.
So both you and Mo3 were both
we was in
trying to get out the mud.
Fucked up situation. And then they let me out. I did Pee Wee Longway when I was on house arrest at the Icon. And then they let me out a week later. Me and Mr. Hit the Hell did a mansion party on Christmas night, and we made $35,000. And me and him split that. So now I got $17,000. I mean, about $17,000 to my name.
Yeah.
And that was a jump start. But the whole testimony is God put me in jail and made me seek him to prepare me for what was planned in the future.
Yes.
See, if I never went to jail, I'd be dumbfounded and I couldn't leave Mo3 to where he needed to go because I was lost.
Yeah.
So the jail time was to sit down because you don't know what I got planned for you. Yeah. You finna be a millionaire. You sit here and get yourself together because what I got planned for you on the other side of this, you would never thought about.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
That's interesting because, you know, you have a reputation, Rain, for, they say, a janky promoter back in your Dallas Boogie days. It's the word janky promoter comes out. And then you go sit down in jail. Normally, jail might teach you how to do crimes a little better.
Shit.
Yeah, some janky shit when you get out. Do you apply anything that you learned in jail to help Mo3 catapult?
Poker and chess.
Oh, yeah.
I picked up poker and chess.
That's real. That'll do it.
Poker taught me how to lie with a straight face. And I know what I got, but you can't let them know what you got. Yeah. Don't tell nobody around you your plans. Yeah. My plans is my plan right here is to drop this royal flush, but I can't show on my face what I got going on.
Yeah.
And then chess. And I live life like chess.
Yeah.
And so my trials and tribulation prepared me for my outcome.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember you came to me and you know, you was like, I need you to shoot Mo3's 4 Indictments photo, his cover, his album cover for 4 Indictments, where he shows that he's arrested. And I'm like, man, we didn't talk about no money. We didn't talk. I mean, you made me believe in the dream, which he was talented.
Right.
So I believed in it. But I'm like, man, this nigga really sold me the dream. So it's funny. A lot of promoters or a lot of managers will sell, or a lot of people sell dreams and never get there. And you be like, man, you sold me the dream, but you actually sold the dream and it carried on.
But jail.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how many other plays you did with that, but I'm like.
In jail, some days I ain't have no money. And I sit back and I find somebody who's eating that night and I tell them my dream. But I didn't know what my dream was. I couldn't sit there and say, I'm gonna meet this nigga that this and that. I don't know what the dream is. I just know, man, I get out this motherfucker and people that see me that's in jail and they'll tell you like, yeah, you never heard nothing fly on my name.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? By now, y'all would have heard something fly on my name.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? I just use it as a method. I ain't never been the best fighter. I can't fight.
That one punch, man. You wasn't one punch man.
I'm good for one or two punches. That's about it. But I knew how to control the room full of gorillas and fighters and aggressive niggas and scammers. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna be able to control that room.
Yeah. I
learned that being locked up with them.
Yeah. What was it about it saying that you said you'll never go back? Like, hey,
you ain't got no.
Yeah, it just.
Man, you got funerals. You got, man, my mama was sick and I couldn't do nothing but on the phone and ask.
Yeah.
And I asked God, man, don't let me ever go back to this.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever put me in a situation where now some people who or worthless, and they ain't tripping. I know some niggas just sit back and lay back and went to sleep. I'm the nigga that walking around in circles.
Oh yeah, you restless in this hole.
Yeah, sit down, young.
Yeah, you can't be restless. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere. Sit down. And you got the niggas that work out and shit. And I'm sitting there, man, I ain't got time for this shit. So I'm the nigga that thinking. I'm the nigga that walking around. If we in a day room and they let me walk around, or I walk around in circles, I might do 100 things talking to myself.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing to dream about the outside.
Yeah.
And you stuck inside.
Yeah.
All your thoughts and dreams is about stuff on the outside.
Man.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's, you know.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we do these prison stories to not to glorify jail or prison. We do it to educate, you know, let people know. I'm glad you learned something. But if you was to talk to let's say a younger Benjamin Rainwater, a younger Rainwater, what advice would you give yourself to stay up out of that situation?
Don't stay out of it.
Oh.
Every black male that don't go to college or the military and they want to be in the streets when they don't have to, they need to go to prison.
I've heard this before.
They need to go to prison. Prison made me the person I am. You know, you hear stories about Rainwater scary. I'm scary as hell. I don't want to ride with no gun. I don't want to be involved with no shit like that. I don't want to have a chance to go back and be worthless. Yeah. You are living worthless. You can meet all the people that you want to meet, this and that, but your existence is just pointless. Nobody cares about you. Nobody checking on you. You got a girl. I see so many niggas come back and they wives divorcing them and they wives leaving them, and 3 months after being in there, 4 months after being in there, the girl that I had, and I called her. And I said, damn, you ain't answered the phone in 2 months. She said, I'm sorry, I'm with my dude.
To let you know.
Damn. I only been here 60 days, 90 days. You already got a dude? Yeah, I'm with my dude. I said, okay. I said, click over and call my partner, my best friend. She said, oh, he ain't picked up the phone for you? I said, nah. She said, oh, he called me all the time. So I said, click him, call him. I said, what's up, bro? What you got going on? He say, shit, nothing, bro. I got something we always wanted. I said, what's that? A barbershop. Nigga, we don't cut her. Nigga, we don't cut her at all.
Oh, we always want that.
Yeah, nigga, what? Then I hung up the phone, man. Only person you guys are mama.
Yeah. Just even the thoughts of what the fuck is going on. Yeah. What the fuck's going on out there?
When he said hello, I said, Dad, your phone changed? Shit, hell, I've been asleep. For 4 months?
You don't got time to argue with a nigga, bro. You don't got time to argue with a nigga on that phone call.
Yeah.
Damn, that'll do it. So yeah, with that being said, for you, like you said, you glad you went through it. It made you a better man. And with that being said, do a crime that only carries, maybe 1 year or something, and sit there for 6 months to a year. You'll get
right. God, you come out a better man. You come out healthy. I ain't smoking no Black or Miles, no none of that for a minute, for 18 months. You mentally prepare and you closer to God. Yeah. Closer to God is the biggest thing. Like, to this day, that's what kept me safe and alive. People always ask, man, how you do this, do that? You got all these people that want you, and man, I got God.
They're covered in the blood.
Yeah, I got God. And Mo3 used to look at me crazy. That's why he say that. Like, we used to be in different cities, and I'd be like, I'm finna pay my tithes. You gonna do what? I'm finna pay my tithes. Word. I'll find a church.
Right.
I ain't never owned a laptop to this day. I stole her, so I ain't never turned my computer on and said, I'm finna sit here in my office and get to work.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I used God, and God have made me so successful without anything, any accomplishment or anything that I meet the standards of being on this level.
Yeah.
I have always trusted God.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you.
Nah, you got to believe that, man. You be around circles where people have been to Ivy League schools, PhDs, and they probably ask you like,
I'm bigger
where'd you
than
get educated? Yeah, where'd you get your education?
I walk into the BET Awards every year, and thousands of people come and say, Rainwater, let me get a picture. Rainwater, give me a picture. And people always ask me, like, how do it feel to be in this situation? I came from breaking in dorm rooms.
Came from breaking dorms.
To jacking off 6 times a day.
To track leads.
To getting out. Prayer, all the prayer groups, y'all should have seen me in there. Man. Like, won't he do it? I'm gonna read the Bible telling people, y'all, won't he do it? Everybody, yeah.
Come on.
I'm telling y'all. Man. To going out and meeting Mo3 and being covered through the storms and the tribulations to making it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my testimony.
Yeah, that's got to be a high power because, the beauty of not looking over your shoulder every day, or at least not feeling when he has his hands on you, got to move like that. You got to move safe, but, you got to.
People always wanted to ask me, though, like, I told Mo3 this the day before he died. And he said, when we be outside and you don't be with me and I got to go in them clubs and make sure they got the deposit, when my feet hit this pavement, I put it in God's hand.
That's right.
And that's all I have ever done.
Come on.
That's right. I just put it in God's hand. Like people ask, why you be outside and by yourself and this and that, this and that, and that. Man, you know my story.
Come on.
It's a little deeper.
Come on, man. Hey, well, with that being said, we just scratching the surface, man. I appreciate you coming in and giving the testimony. Hopefully someone's picking up some game from something you put down. Hopefully they're grabbing something from this. Do you feel like, is there anybody that you want to shout out that maybe you did time with back then, man? Do you remember any names that were like, man, shout out a little Horsehead or something? I don't know. You might know something.
Fifth Ward.
Fifth Ward.
Fifth Ward. He was from Houston. It was my silly.
Damn.
And that nigga, man, and that nigga still tight to this day.
Hell yeah.
We tight to this day.
Hell yeah. With that being said, we got to say it, man. Rainwater, this is Prison Stories 101. I appreciate you coming through. And I salute you, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.